we're discussing this eti, stu, shas, ru, dru, jusha, kyap. Kyap. Now the kyap is, so basically we are talking about the kritya pratyayas, which are tavya, tavya, taniya, and yat, kyap, nyat, kelimar. Yat, kyap, nyat, this one group here. In all of these group, because after removing those letters in the pratyaya which are supposed to be removed, then what remains is ya, basically. Yat. In yat also ya remains, ta goes, kyap, kya remains, ka, pa goes, ya remains, and then nyat also just ya is going to remain. Now these acho, yat, these are the main sutras in the Ashtadhyayi, which are saying where this kyap or yat or nyat, where they are applied. Main sutras I'm saying. But there could be other instances also where this yat, kyap, nyat may be applied to in some other cases. Okay. Now talking about yat, kyap, eti, stu, shas, ru, dru, jush, eti, it becomes itya. Eti dhatu is e or in, and to that only e remains, and we apply kyap. So why it is saying, see, the in dhatu, in the in dhatu, na goes away, only e remains. E means to go, gamane. E dhatu, what kind of, after in the dhatu part it says in, but if you remove this na, because it's only e remains. E, when e remains, it's actually ajanta dhatu, right? Ach. At the end there is a swara. So it should have gotten this acho yat. The yat should have been there. But we don't want yat there. We want kyap, because the final form should be itya, not iya. Itya. For this itya, we need this rasvasya piti kriti tuk. Rasvasya piti kriti tunk. So that when there is a pratyaya is a pit, pakara, the one where the pakara is going away, that kind of krut pratyaya is there, and then there is a rasva swara, then there is a takara, tunk is a takara is going to come in between. Tugagama, tunk agama. Agama means it is going to sit there. It's not going to substitute what is already there. So this is an additional letter which is coming in. So we want takara here. So if we just add yatta, it is not going to be good, the final form. So that's why we need the kyap here. So for that, this sutra is applied, which is like an apavada exception for that acho yat in case of in, right? So that's why that is the reason why this kyap is going to come here. Same thing for stu also. Stu also is ach ending, ukar ending. There also ya should have come, but stuya yat, but we want the stutya as the final form. So we still want rasvasya piti kriti tunk, and then so before that kyap needs to be applied. So we have this etistu shasru du jusha kyap. Okay? So we know that this eti becomes itya, stu becomes tutya, ru becomes rutya, dru becomes drutya, jush becomes jushya. Now for shas, the final form is shishya. Shishya, one who can be ruled or controlled, contained. Shishya, shas. So here also shas plus kyap. In the kyap only ya remains there. So this is the state right now. This is where it has stopped. But if we just stop it like here, it becomes shasya, not shishya. So this is where another sutra comes in between, for just especially for shasa. Shasa idang haloho. So it says that this, the a in the sha turns into e. So it becomes shis plus ya. Shis plus ya. So ultimately, what Ashtadhyayi is trying to do, it is trying to get to this final form, which is in the language, shishya. So sometimes it starts with the common or the more generic sutra, and then it keeps on adding more sutras for that specific instance to derive that one specific form. If the generic sutra can be applied, then fine. It doesn't add any exception sutras in between. But sometimes it is not possible, right? The generic sutra cannot be applied in all the cases. So there it keeps on adding more and more sutras to make more specific instances of the word forms. So here also shas eti stu shas dattas there kyap. Okay. So now that kyap is not enough. So you got this shis plus ya, and then it goes to shishya. So from sa, another sutra comes in the Ashtadhyayi, which changes the sa to shya. Sha, more than a sha. Shishya. We have the, we'll see next sutra also, then we'll see some examples. The next one is ru halornyat. Ru halornyat. What do they say? If the dhatu is ending in ru, swara, or hal, any of the vyanjanas, then net pratyaya will be applied. This is again a generic sutra. Net will be applied, generic sutra. Why is this net coming here? What is the purpose of net? Why can't we just say yat or net? Some examples here for this sutra, like a kru dhatu, which is originally in the dhatu part, it is a dukoi, but again removing du and nya, this kru remains kru dhatu, which is ending in rukara. Here also acho yat should have been applied because ru is a swara. But if you add just yat, it becomes kriya. But for this, we want karya. Karya. So to deduce this karya form, the net is required because the na is basically in this na goes away, ta goes away, here remains. But what the effect of this na here, na is causing the Vruddhi. Yeah. Ra is causing the vruddhi of the rukara here. Rukarasya vruddhi kim bhavati? Rukara, when its vruddhi form is, there is a guna also, there is a vruddhi also, right? These are the technical or grammatical terms in grammar, Ashtadhyayi. Guna is there is adeng guna and vruddhi is vruddhiradaich for the first one. Vruddhi ad aich. So for the ru, there is another one. For ru also, there is a vruddhi. The guna for ru is ar, and vruddhi for ru is ar. So the effect of an akara here is causing the vruddhi of the word of the letter preceding it. So we have this k plus r plus ya now. K plus r plus ya. So we have the karya. Karya means something that needs to be done. Karya, kartavya, which are same. Again, because this is a karya is a pratipadikam, then to actually use it in the language, then we add a suppa pratyaya, any supratyaya that is needed, and this pratipadika is used as visheshanam, like any other pratyayas. If we have this kartavya, karaniya, karya, these are all going to be visheshanam, taking this lingavachana bhakti of the vishesham. For example, maya puja, kasya devasya puja, maya devasya puja karya. Like that it can be used. But if you are just referring plainly to refer to um, something to be done, okay? Nothing specific, like you're not referring to worship or something, just by itself, then you can, then this napumsakalinga is used, like karyam. Mama kinchit karyam asti. You're not referring to something as a visheshanam there. That itself becomes a vishesham, karyam. Karyam sulabham asti. What are the other examples of dhatus which are ending in ru, vikara? Then I have ru. Ru is taking away. Ru harane. Ru. Then we have this haryam. Something which needs to be taken away. And the dhru, dharyam. Dhru dharane. Which needs to be supported. Dharyam. Then we have bhujya. which is ending in the hal. Halanta dhatu, bhojam. Something that needs to be eaten, like khadyam, bhojam, bhuja bhojam. So we'll see some examples here. There are some other applications of this Kyap Nyat Nyat, which we'll see. So here also, now you might be understanding this. The purpose of adding jush to in the sutra for the Kyap. You see here jush plus ya jushya. Jush is in the halanta, ending in consonant, and ruhalor nyat. With that, net should have been applied. If as applied net, it becomes joshya. Jo becomes o, joshya. So here we don't want that to happen, so we just want it to be joshya. So josh is also added to this sutram. For the kru dhatu, net added, it becomes karyam. Karyam. Now, there is another word called krutya also. Krutya. Krutya also has a similar meaning, but generally it is used as a krutya in the Strilinga. Krutya is referred to as, many times it comes in the Puranas, etc. Krutya is something which comes out of, in a negative sense here. It is something which, Alangamade, do you know about Krutya? Kritya is something which chases. When somebody is doing a specific yajna for a specific purpose, with the purpose, mainly the purpose of destroying someone else or harming someone else. For that, if he is doing some specific yaga, then kritya comes out of it, some kind of being or some kind of power force. So it comes out of it, and then it chases the person to who needs to be harmed. Kritya in that sense. So but now this, how this kritya form is coming here. To achieve kritya, we still need this Kyap. Okay? So if Kyap is applied, then same. Here remains, but rasya kriti priti tuk. From that comes here, then it becomes kritya. So this kru dhatu generally takes karyam, net here to become karyam. But if you want kritya, then Kyap will be applied. So that's Kyap or net can be applied depending on what form we need. Oh, okay, given here. There are other words also, like here shak, for example. Shak also, Kyap is being applied here to make it shakya. Drush also, drushya. Rukaranta here, Kru, and hal ending dhatu, sadh, swadigana, like it becomes sadhnoti in the latlakara, then here it is sadhya, vach, vachya. So here there are two forms here, vach, vachya, vach, vakya. So note here, depending on the meaning you want to use, in what meaning you want to use, it either becomes vachya or vakya, but the krit pratyaya is same here, but the process will be different. Grammatical process to derive will be different depending on in what meaning you want to use it. Vakyam, we know that it means a sentence. So then net is applied, but that chakara vach changes to ka there. Vakya. So that's called kutva. Kutva means chavarga changing to kavarga. Chavarga in many cases changes to kavarga, corresponding letter. Like if it is cha, it becomes ka. If it is cha, it becomes ka. If it is ja, it becomes ga. For example, there is a mrujya dhatu. Mrujya dhatu, when we add an et, it becomes margya. Margya. Margya means something which needs to be which needs to be net. You're adding net, it becomes margya.
So what was the meaning of this mrij dhatu, Mahoday?
Mrujya means marjana, right?
Like
Mrujya means
is it related?
marjana. Wiping.
So marga. Okay, for wiping this marjar. Okay, like this marjara.
No, marga is so one. See, mrujya dhatu takes two different forms. One is marjya, mrujya. Then other one is margya. So we have mrujya, margya. So if you add kyap, then it becomes mrujya. Then if you add net, if it becomes margya. So both are like a krit. The kru has two different forms, kritya and karya. The mruj also two different forms. So mrujya, margya, both meaning something that needs to be wiped or removed. Mrujya, margya. Now, in this case, mrujya becoming margya, the ja is changing to ga. So similar to this ja changing to ka in this case, because of the kutva. Here also ja changing to ga because of the kutva. Corresponding letter, the third letter ja, the third in the chavarga, third letter ga, which is in the kavarga, margya. So this is both meaning to be something that needs to be wiped, cleaned, or but that marga is different. That is coming from another different dhatu, mrug, not mruj. Mrug means finding, searching. So from there the marga is coming, and also margya, which is something that needs to be searched.
Okay, but then in so vach, so it's the same nyat that is causing both vachya and
Yes,
Vakya.
both. Yes. Same
Okay,
net.
so it's this. Okay.
But depending on the meaning, in what meaning you want to use. If you want to use it in the meaning of a sentence, vakyam vadati, so there a different kutva happens. Again, there is Ashtadhyayi comes with all these additional sutra to do this, and it specifically states that if you want to use it in the meaning of a sentence, then it has to have another sutra turning that chakara into kakara, vakya. And if it says, if it is not used in the meaning of sentence, then vachya. The chakara doesn't change to kakara, vachya.
So Vakya is the generic rule, and somehow this Vakya is
Mm.
a special case,
Correct.
depending
Yeah.
on the meaning.
Right. Vacham, something which should be spoken. So, any example for this vachya? Something which should be spoken or something which should be said
Mm.
or even read aloud.
Sat, Satya Vakya. Sat, what Satyam.
Mm. Satyam vacham.
Vakyam. Yeah.
Bhashanam vacham. Or even stotram vacham. Then we have daha, dahya, which we burnt. Then, okay. Pad, padya, vidavedya, lih, lehya, shish, shishya,
So this
shichashotya.
shis is different from this shas that we had
Shas,
earlier.
that is different.
Shas.
Sure. That shas is coming in the Dvitiya Gana, Adadi Shasti, and your Shishya is the Rudhadi Gana, seventh
Okay.
one, which is forms like a Shinashti. Then the Shochya, Yuja, Yogya, Nat. So Yuja, seventh Gana again, forms coming like Latlakara, Shinashti, Yunakti, and then Puja, Pujya, Nat.
So in this yuj also we have this kutva. Is that so now?
Correct. Yuja, Yogya, correct. Kutva.
But then it doesn't have this yojya form.
Yojja is also there. Yojja. Again, the meaning will be different. Similar to Vachya, Vakya. Correct, you're right. Yojja is also there. Uh, Yojja means something which needs to be, uh,
Mm.
what do you call, Niyojja. What do you say? Telangamani? Niyojanam. It's something to be engaged. Something to be added. Right? For example, we have Niyojaka, manager.
Okay, that can be so joined or
Join, yeah. So yoga is something which is fit. Yeah, good one. So that similarly we have bhuja also. Bhuja also we have two forms. Bhojya, bhogya. We talked about bhojya before. Bhuja.
yes.
Then bhojya and bhogya, two forms. Bhojya is something that needs to be eaten. Bhojya, khadyam. Bhogya is something which needs to be enjoyed. Suppose if you have dhanam, wealth, a lot of wealth and all that, or a vacation, that is bhogyam. आप आप्नोति pervade up आस upasya. Actually, so looking at Kyap, some more examples like that eti, shas, etc. was there, but some other words which get Kyap, which was already shown here, like shak, etc. Shak, drishya. Let's see. Let me see if there are any other words here. There is one.
Are you speaking, Mother?
Yeah.
I lost. Okay.
Okay. So there is one word called Brahmodyam. Brahmodyam. So here, Brahmodyam means what? Brahmana Vadanam. The Vadanam means talking. The one which is said by Brahma. So here, Brahmodyam is there. What is this Brahmodyam? Brahma, we know Brahma, and there is Udyam here. Okay, Brahma and Udyam. And where is this Udyam coming from? Udyam is coming from Vad Dhatu. Vad Dhatu. And this Vad Dhatu takes Kyap or Yat. Again, Kyap or Yat or Nyat also. So what happens here in all these three cases? So we have, if we have Kyap, if you have Kyap, then it becomes Udyam, because of different processes here, it has become Brahma plus Udyam. Now the word changes to U in many cases, right? In many of the words which are originating from Vad Dhatu, word changes to U. For example, let's take the example. This Vad Dhatu, right? Can you see my screen? Vad.
Yes.
So here, Vadanti, Avadat, Vadishyati, Vadantu, Vadani. So now if you come here, you see Bhuta Kridanta, like we have Gatavan, Patitavan, like that. So that is a Tavatu Pratyaya. That is also one of the Krit Pratyaya, which we'll see later. Like, or you might have been already familiar with this. Like Tavatu is a common one. I've been using like Patitavan, Gatavan, Drishtavan, etc. Like, so here you see for Vad Dhatu we have Uditavat. So word changing to U. and here uditva when we add a ktva. So note that this when we add any pratyaya ending, which has a k in it, like tva or ktavatu, then the y is changing to u. Whereas here tumun pratyaya there is just vaditum, is not changing to uditum. Vaditum. So that in the tumun pratyaya there is no k, but here for the uditva we have a tva, that is k plus tva, and here uditavat we have k plus tavatu, ktavatu. This k is being added for certain reason in some of the pratyayas, like we saw in the kyap. So here, if you want to have this u word changing to u, then we need a pratyaya which has a k in it. So we want kyap. So here brahmodyam, brahma plus udyam, for this vad dhatu, and we want that to change to u. For that we need this kyap pratyaya. In case of brahmadyam, brahma plus udyam, for the vad, what is added? Kyap is added. Now if we don't add kyap, okay, if you don't add kyap, then vad changes to just, if you add just yat, then it changes to vadya. Just simple vadya, vad plus ya, vadya. This also meaning the same, but we find both the usages, like brahmodyam or brahmavadyam, both also.
Both of them in the same.
Huh?
So
meaning
the
same.
meaning is the same.
Yeah. Brahmana vadanam. Vadanam means kathanam. Now there is and obviously you know the vadyam also. Okay? Vadyam. Vadyam means something that needs to be sounded, played.
Please.
Musical instrument. Vadyam. So here, can you guess which pratyaya is applied to vad?
So it cannot be kyap. So
If you add
yeah.
kyap, that we have see, that is udya.
Yeah, but is it now riyat, because this is becoming va?
Yeah, correct. So that is changing to vadya. So here on nyat. So for the vad, if you add yat, then get vadya, like brahmavadya. These are generally used vadya and udya with some upapada and some other, like brahmodyam, brahmavadyam. These usages we see some with some other namapada with it. Like vadyam can be used without another noun there, vadyam, with a net pratyaya. Another interesting case is that of annadhatu. Annadhatu. So here annadhatu, what kind of dhatu? Is it ajanta, halanta, or karanta? Whatever it is. Annadhatu.
Halanta.
Halanta. Hana means to kill or to harm somebody or to beat. So han, halanta, what sutra by default will be applied here? Ruhalor nyat.
Yes.
Halor nyat. So nyat should be applied, but it won't be applied here because the form what we want is different. What form we want here? Hatya. We want Hatya. Hatya or Hatya, Strilinga, because if we add Strilinga later, it becomes Hatya. But originally we want Hatya, like Brahma, Hatya, etc. So there, so there are again different sutras come into play here. Rural or Nyat will not be applied, and Han. So what all is going to happen here? Here Kyap is added to change to Hatya. Han plus Kyap. So here Ya is there, and Takara also comes in between. Then we have Hatya. In the place of Na goes away, Ta comes. Again, if you want to go into detail, you have to look into Ashtadhyayi, all the steps. But Nakara goes away actually. There's another different sutra, and then we just have this Hatya. And then, because generally it is used in the Strilinga, like Hatya, then again we add a Stri Pratyaya called Tap. If you are familiar with the Strilinga Pratyas or Pratyas which are needed to add to the original Pratipadika to make it a Stri Pratipadikam, Strilinga Pratipadikam. So we add a different Pratyaya again to add before adding the Supratyaya. So we get, after adding A to this, we get the Hatya as a new Pratipadikam. Before, we can use it in a different vibhaktis. Okay, then as that book shows, we already seen Shak, etc. But there are some more which could be of interest to you. Is Guha. Guha dhatu also Hakaranta, but here also we do not add a Nyat, we add Kyap, and what we get is Guhya. We don't add Yat here, because if we add Yat, then it Gu changes to O, yeah, that Guna. So we don't want to use Yat. We just, to avoid that Guna, we use Kyap. So it becomes Guhya. Guhya is something which needs to be concealed. Guhya. Guhyam vakyam vadami. Guhyam mantram pathayami. Something like that, right? Guhya. Another interesting prayoga or word here is ajya. Ajya. So ajya, what is the meaning of ajya? Ajam. Ajam is generally used as a ghee, which is used in the yajna, yaga, homa, etc. Where that ghee, which is given as the offered into the yaga, is referred to as ajyam. This ajya is coming from a dhatu called anja. Anja. Anja dhatu has many meanings. Anja means clear or kanti or even glowing in different meanings. So, but in this case, with the a upasarga and anja, and we have kyap, then the ajja form is derived. Ajja meaning ghee specifically, which is offered in the yaga yajna. Now, normally every day the ghee what to be eaten is we refer to as either ghrutam or sarpihi. But for the yaga vishesha, ajjam is used. And there is a vrutta dhatu. Vrutta dhatu being a halanta, it should have gone net. So there also net is not applied. We want vrutya. Vrutta. Vrutta means that is fit. Vrutya means that is fit to be fit to reside. Vrutta. Here also yat is not applied. If you add yat, then ru changes because the guna. Then we don't want that net. We don't want it. Then we just want vrutya, which we want. Just add a kyap here. Vrutya, kyap. Another interesting usage because this khan dhatu, khanati. Khan dhatu, khanati means, what is the meaning of khanati? Khananam.
Excavate or
Digging.
digging.
Khanati. So here also nakar, halanta, net should have been applied, is not going to be applied here. So here we want the km. Oh, this is interesting, right? Not a kanya. Kya. Kya. We want this rupam. So atrapi kyap ityeva pratyaya. Kyap only. Khan changes to kya. Now, why that changing to e? Again, there will be different sutra. Okay. So again, this Ashtadhyayi, it supports these final forms for all these one-off exceptions also. So that's why it's very exhaustive, Ashtadhyayi. It tries, at least, its best to take care of even a single word which is in a different form, where the general rule cannot be applied. It goes to that extent. So wherever there are some oversight, the Ashtadhyayi may have forgotten something, some particular form of the word, then the Vartikas are covering them. Even then, some of them, all are not covered anyway. Then we have KM also there. Then Bhru Dhatu. This is actually Bhriya Dhatu, but Yakara goes away, like Dukri. this bhu dhatu comes here. So what should have been applied here? Nyat, like a karya. Okay. So
Nyat. Is it Nyat?
Nyat should have been applied, but it's not going to be applied because we want the form bhrutya. Bhu bharane to be taken care. So bhrutya, something that needs to be taken care, or here we are referring to somebody or something which need to be taken care. So here we have a sevaka. For example, bhrutya means sevaka. In that case, again, kyap is applied. So here, Ashtadhyayi is saying that this kyap is applied to bhru where it is asaujnya. Asaujnya means it is not, the final word is not referring to a special group or a special saujnya means what? Saujnya means it is pointing to some specific group. So here, sevaka is not a specific group or something. It is generic, like sevaka. Anybody can be a sevaka. So that is why we are adding, for that bhrutya is used. To derive the bhrutya, we want kyap here. If we add a nyat, what happens? The form? Like a crew, karya, bhu.
Bharya.
Bharya.
Bharya?
Bharya. Now, bharya is a different thing. So that has a different etymology. That's a different process. But here, bharya, which is used in the pullinga, bharya, this has a saujnya. Saujnya means bharya is a kshatriya gana vishesha, a special type of kshatriyas. Like we have kurus, like we have from different regions, different kshatriyas are called, right? So like that, bharya in our old text or history, there bharya refers to a certain kshatriya or certain type of kshatriya, certain group of kshatriya. So there, this bharya is referring to a certain special saujnya. So it's indicating to a certain specific person or a specific group. So there, net is applied to get the form bharya. But if it's not a specific group or something, then like sevaka, like there kyap is applied to get the bhrutya. Like we had the vrutta, right? Like for vrutta, drutta, dhru also we have this kyap, then bhru also we have bhrutya. Again, rasasya piti all that comes there. And we have vrutya, dhrutya, bhrutya. Same thing with the kritya also, right? We saw the kritya. Then there are a couple of other words which are interesting. There are more which I'm not covering all because they are somewhere used in Veda, some are not very very commonly used. But the other one, like for example, there is a su dhatu. Su means going or even prerana. Prerana means encouraging, right? Prerana. Okay. So here, from this su, we want a surya, somebody who goes. Or the Surya word can be, I mean, from the etymological point of view, it can be derived from Su, somebody who gives us prerana, or it can be Sru Sarati, who moves in the sky. So Sru Sarati, from there we get the Surya also. But grammatical perspective, that is etymology. But grammatically, how do we want to get this either from Su or Sru? How do we get the Surya? There is no specific pratyas which can be applied based on the sutras. So there the nipatana comes in. Nipatana means it says, don't worry about this sutra, just add this pratyaya. Nipatana means do not worry about the sutras, just take my word for this, like this. Nipatana. So nipatana means just apply it. Don't worry about the other things. So here either you add for Su or Sru, add Kyap. Okay. It just says Kyap, add Kyap. Why? There is no why. It is nipatana. And there are others, because we are adding Kyap, there are other sutras also which comes into picture. In the case of Rukara, changes to Ukara by some other sutra. And then Ukara also becomes a Dirgha, Ukara, by a different sutra. So basically Vyakarana is all this, does all this weird things that somehow it has to come to this form, end form. Surya.
Mahodaya, so do we get these kind of etymologies in the dictionaries?
Yes. Like etymology, not the Dhamma, right? You are talking about etymology?
Yeah, just the etymology.
Yeah. Just the etymology, you can refer to not all the dictionaries. Sometimes apte gives the meanings in English. And if you are interested, Sanskrit dictionaries are there, like Kalpadruma and Vachaspati. So their etymologies are given in Sanskrit only. So you can try that.
So basically, it shows like what dhatu, what is krit pratyay, and then what upasargas and those things are there. So
yeah, it doesn't show all these detailed grammatical derivation prakriya, like.
Okay, yeah, but that's like not even.
Yeah, but at least it will show.
Complicated. Yeah.
Yeah, but at least it will show like Vachaspati or Kalpadruma. Mostly they show for most of the words, not 100%, but most of the words they show, at least they say the etymology, number one. Okay. Number two, for the Vyakarana, it shows dhatu plus the main pratyaya.
Okay.
For example, if you look at karya, it will show kru plus net. Yeah. They also kru and net. It will not show like how that ru changes to r and all those. At least some basic. You'll see at least the starting point or the main point.
So it basically should be these. It is always going to be some of these dhatus in the Sanskrit dictionaries, because if you look into these English dictionaries or etymology dictionaries, they go to other languages and try to find some beginning, but it's always like some dhatus here, right, in this etymology dictionary.
Yeah, always dhatu.
Yeah, okay.
Root word for any.
That's interesting. Because
root word any kriyapada or dhatu.
It would be, like keep it handy just to have a look at them once in a while.
Yeah. So if the Sanskrit to Sanskrit is bit challenging for now, we can start with apte. You can find online.
Okay. Up to dictionary. Yeah, okay. I can have like search them and
Apte. I think there may be some online lookup, but you can also download PDF. I think I prefer PDFs rather than just online because I've spoken many times about this, that if you're really interested to go to the depth of the language, then if you have like a PDF or a book printed, or PDFs also, then when you try to look up word, then what happens is naturally you will the word before it, after it, or somewhere in between, you will have a look at it naturally. Then even the knowledge increases, the related words, etc. Whereas like online, if there's like a search, then you just go there and search, and then you're done. Just looking at one specific word. Okay. Now, what else? Siddha. Siddha. Let's skip that. And there are many other words which get this kyap. For example, I'm going to just briefly mention them here, like pragruhya sanjna, that we use in Vyakarana, right? Pragruhya sanjna, which is like represented in writing like this nowadays with like a yes-looking symbol. So that pragruhya word itself, gruhya word there, gets the kyap to the graha dhatu. Pragruhya, then gruhya, we already saw that. No, gruhya is different. Then gruhya is there, pragruhya is there. Then we have the...
There is also grahya. So is it different?
Grahya is a net, right?
Okay, yeah. Okay, grahya is a and then grihya is kyap, but then it's starting with
Yep.
gr.
Dhatu is graha.
Okay.
Then we have kritya, we already saw, karya or kritya. In case of kritya, kyap comes. And then we have vrushya also, vrushya, santanotpatti, fit to be created, generated, vrushya. Like it could be vrushyam, vrushya bhumihi, bhumi, which is ready to be cultivated. That could be vrushya. Here vrushya, if we want to have this vrushya form, then we add a vrushya dhatu kyap. But there is a varsha also, same meaning, varsha also. Varsham. So there a net comes, just like vrushya, net varshya.
Is it ryat or is it yat, Mahodaya? So isn't it now this guna varsha or?
Yeah, yat, correct. I don't know why this book is giving net. To see it. For varsha. No, because yat is not like it's acho yat, yeah? But in varsha we have vrushya at the end. So it should be net, but it's not changing to vruddhi. It's just vru changing to ar here. Guna, varsha. I'll have to check the process there. Varshya. Yeah, those are the main ones. Then we have this one also. This one, Shi Dhatu, Shi Shayane, Shete, that's what the Latlakara. Shi. So here, adding Kep, changing to Shaya. Again, there are processes here. Shi, E goes, Shaya. So, Shaya, we don't use Shaya, right? In the language, we use it as Shaya, the Strilinga. So add the Strilinga pratyaya there to get Shaya. Shaya means bed.
Can be
Bed.
slept on. Yep, bed.
The other one is Vidya. Vidya coming from Vid Dhatu and Kep. Okay. Yeah. We're going to add an etc. here. So with Vidya, with Vidya, and then add top, then it becomes Vidya. See the, we can stop here, but the we saw many examples. Like the one thing of what I'm trying to say is the benefit of learning or studying Vyakaranam is, okay, we understand how the words are derived through Vyakaranam, end words, and how Vyakarana is, Ashtadhyayi is trying to support the end form of the words. So yeah, that's if somebody wants to remember all those Vyakarana Sutra, great, so fine. The other major benefit I see is like we come to know the meanings of different words, and these words otherwise will be very difficult to find in regular reading, right, in Sanskritam. Even when we read various the Sahityam or the literature or even the epics, etc., it's very difficult to come across all such words. But in Vyakaranam, because it is trying to go after all these very special words, even single words, and giving those examples, and then it will be very interesting and helpful to know these different meanings, I mean different words, which will be useful. For example, we have seen that like Brahmodyam, Brahmavadyam, what that means. And this we also Bhritya, Vidya, Kritya, and then Bhritya. Then here another word given here is it, in dhatu, we already saw that. In, when we add Kep, it becomes Itya. Itya means what? Which is fit to be reached or gone, right? In. But there is a word called Itya, which Ashtadhyayi comes up with this Itya, because again, it, Kep, then we add Tat, Itya, which is in the general language. Itya means Itya is with whose support we go. These words are used. For example, Shaya is there. Shaya is generally, Shaya means what? If you just, what is the meaning in which the Kyap Nyat Yat are added? That is something which is fit to be fit, yogya, to do that action. So, like karya, we have something which needs to be done, which is fit to be done. So like that, kartum yogyam karyam. So here we have Shaya. If you just look at Shaya, that means which is fit to be slept, which could be anything. It doesn't need to be a bed, but Shaya is used as a bed specifically, right? Shaya, generally. And so similarly, Itya, which with whose support we live. That's itya. Like we have bhritya also. Bhritya means bhritya, it's sevaka. Now we have bhritya, which is generally used in the sense jivika means like a salary, bhritya, or with whose support we live. Similarly, itya, with whose support we go. So such words are interesting, and in my opinion, that's studying Vyakaranam. This one is more beneficial. For example, another one given here is nipatya. Okay, nipatya word. Where do you find nipatya word in the literature? Okay? Where do you find nipatya? It's very difficult. Maybe somewhere in between. And that's why this Vyakarana is saying, right, nipatya. Otherwise, it won't use the word nipatya like this. There is some word, somewhere it is used. But for us, it is difficult, or it may be lost also somewhere. Previously, it was used. Nipatya means patati nipatantyasyaamiti nipatya. People fall in this. Fall where? Nipatya, where? In the battlefield. So nipatya is yuddha bhumihi, battlefield. So these are some interesting. Like even there is a word called nishadya here. So these are all Kyap one. Okay? Nishadya. But the meaning is interesting, right? Nishadya means it's a market. Nishidantyasyaam. People sit in the sit to sell something, right? That's a nishadya. But that sell something is gone. But nishadya word has stuck to the to indicate marketplace. Nishadya. Then there is a samajya. Samajya means sabha. Like samaja we have. Samaja is a group of people. Like we have, but samajya is used for sabha, the congregation. Samajya, nishadya, nipatya. Then there is another word called manya. This is the last word. We will stop here. Manya. Manya. Man dhatu, Kyap added. Man dhatu is used for manyu. Manyu means becoming angry. Okay? Anger. Manyu is anger. So manyate means he becomes angry. He understands also that is another different dhatu is there. That is also there. But man also has a meaning anger. Man Kyap. So add becomes manya and add this three linga, sri pratyaya, then becomes manya. So this manya is used for the nerve. Is it a nerve? Near the neck outside. When somebody becomes angry, you can see there near the neck there some nerve or is it a nerve? What is the word for snayu? Muscle. Muscle or nerve, they are becoming visible there because they are angry. This is referred to as manya. Yeah, that nadi. It is called nadi. It is nerve, which is near the neck. You can see when somebody is angry. So you can understand that that person is angry. So that's manya. So these are interesting words, right? Like nishadya, marketplace, nipatya, battlefield, samajya, congregation, manya, this nerve. So let's stop here today. धन्यवादः. नमस्कारः.
Namaskaram.
नमस्कारः महोदय, धन्यवादः.